Hello, dear friends, how are you? All of us have a computer, though this computer is much more different as compared to the one which was invented by the human. But this computer too have certain specific ways to work, and if at all we are able to understand it, it will be of great help to us indeed, and it will work far more effectively for the achievement of our goals, for reaching our destination. So, my dear friends and fellows, it is really important to understand it. And there are certain principles which we are going to present here. These principles are the findings of the meticulous research conducted how our brain work and how it takes our goals and how it does not help us, etc. etc. So there is a kind of specimen form and we have to fill it. And by doing this process, I think it will be more than happy to serve us. So let's begin. Let's begin. First of all, any goal of our the first specimen form column is what we have to write what mean clearly define what I want to achieve or what I want to experience. Clearly define it. That's the number one thing. And the number two thing, the second column in that particular specimen form of our mind, our brain is why. Mean if at all I want to achieve this thing, if at all I want to experience this thing, then why? Clarify your motivations and the reasons. Why? Motivations and the reason. Need to know what are the need to know that our mind, our brain need to know. First of all, it need to know okay, what you want to achieve. Number two, clarify clearly. Number two, okay, why you want to achieve it. Why our subconscious mind. It is for the purpose of our subconscious mind. Why you want to achieve it. And the third is how. How. The third column on this specimen form is how. And it is says be specific, you know, and clearly define your intentions. Clearly be specific. Be very specific and clearly define your intentions. And the second thing is be positive. Be what is meant by being positive? People say I'm not negative, I'm a positive person. The positivity means don't focus on what you want to avoid, what you don't want to see. Don't focus, don't concentrate, because if you do, what is going to happen then? It will happen. Our mind does not take the command of no. Whatever is repeated in the mind, it will start manifesting. And that is actually the law of attraction. That is the law of attraction. So, for that reason, be positive. Mean not to focus on what you want to avoid, what you don't want to see, what you don't want to happen with you. Rather, we need to concentrate upon what I want to see. And it would be even better. It will become 10 times more effective if at all we start visualizing that I'm already having it. And then the next is, my dear friends and fellows, the fourth is write it down. Whatever you want to achieve, write it down. And write it down mean record your intentions to make it concrete. Writing it down is record your intention to make it concrete. But remember that while we have written does not mean that we can't rewrite it. Actually, every time there is a better way to write it. Erase the earlier writing, rewrite it, and it can be done. and it can be rewritten even 10 times a day. So every time you find a better way to write it, it will automatically get erased when you write the new way. And it is the, write it down. The fifth thing to remember is repeat regularly. The fifth point is to repeat regularly, and it is reinforce your intention through repetition. Reinforce your intention through repetition. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it as many times as you can. We can, I can, you can. Why? Because it is the reinforcement, because it will get itself chiseled down if at all we are seen repeating it very often. And not only that, we have to repeat it very often, rather, we have to repeat it with a lot of enthusiasm. The more enthusiasm is there, the better and the more effective it will automatically become. And it is the repeat regularly. Now, when to repeat it, when to repeat it. Repeat it in the morning and repeat it before going to bed and repeat it during the meditation. Repeat it as a dua, as a supplication after salah. That is even more effective spiritually. And it is the one to repeat. Now, there are, at the end of the talk, there are certain tips to be followed, and these certain tips will make it even more effective, even more beneficial, even more easy to understand. And that is, number one is to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Focus on one intention at a time. Focus on focus on one intention at a time instead of having the many. And the second is make it meaningful. Making it meaningful. And meaningful mean align your intentions with your values. That is how we can make it meaningful. If at all it is against our values, what is going to happen then? If it is against our values, so there will be a kind of conflict inside us. We will be doubting its legitimacy sometimes, and this doubt will actually start working against it. On the one hand, we will be striving and struggling to achieve it. On the other hand, there will be a lot of resistance from inside, unconsciously even. Why? Because we are not sure that it is the right thing to do or it is morally, ethically okay. So it must align with your values. And that is the tip number two. The tip number three and the last tip is be patient. Be patient. And it is allow time for your intention to manifest. Be patient. Allow time for your mind to manifest it, and allow time for your intention to manifest it. Nothing can be grown on the palm. It takes time. But the time which was spent, consumed, utilized properly, not idly at all. If at all there is a procrastination, laziness, unwillingness to work, so even the patience or the wait or the time will not yield any sort of benefits at all. So it is really important that we are alert on the one hand and trying to fulfill all the needs on the other hand. It is the being patient. Our today's topic was about the how our subconscious mind works. How can we take advantage of all that? So this is all for me today. Thank you very much.